in the case of Maria Sara Ros de Guzman Lara versus Manuel Mamba in SPA case number 22-089 DC was dismissed not on the merits, but it was dismissed because there was a late filing of the petition for disqualification, a one-day late filing only. Thank you.
The provincial accountant of the province of Cagayan, are you here, present? Yung
for the, yeah,
nag-excuse
for the information of Chairman Akop, the provincial accountant is excused by this committee because of the situation with her husband.
Thank you. About COA,
I'm here, Your Honor.
will you please inform this representation who are supposed to be accountable officers?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, accountable officers are employees of the government who take custody of government funds and property, Your Honor, or in custody, possession of government funds or properties, Your Honor.
And COA, who may be included as accountable officers in the local government units?
For the LGUs, Your Honor, if their position, Your Honor, requires them to disperse or collect money, Your Honor, they are considered accountable officers, and even those who take charge of them, Your Honor, are considered accountable officers, Your Honor.
Now, is there an appointment or designation needed for an employee in the local government to be considered as accountable officer?
Generally, no, Your Honor, but for special disbursing officers, there should be designation, Your Honor.
And may I know who designates these accountable officers?
Usually, Your Honor, the head of the agency designates the special dispersing, gives the authority designating a special dispersing officers, Your Honor.
So, in the province of Cagayan, it is the governor who will designate the accountable officer.
Yes, Your Honor, based on what I said earlier, Your Honor.
Would there be a ban supposed to be for these accountable officers?
Yes, Your Honor, as required by the rules, Your Honor.
Now, how much would be a ban for an accountable officer to whom a cash advance under your circular was granted?
Your Honor, there is the Bureau of Treasury provides they issued a rule providing for the schedule, Your Honor, for premium rates, and in that schedule, Your Honor, there are information as regards the amount of bond, maximum cash accountability, and yes, Your Honor, that those are present in the rules, Your Honor, of the Bureau of Treasury.
Thank you. Now, you know about the 14 employees flagged down by your audit observation. You know-
I know them because they are employees, Your Honor, of the province, Mr. Chair, Your Honors.
Can the governor of Cagayan just designate them as accountable officers?
Yes, Your Honor, as head of the agency, based on our circular, he can appoint as special dispersing officers, Your Honor.
So, what you are trying to tell me is that the governor of the province of Cagayan can appoint anybody or any employee of the government disregarding everything like their salary grades. They can be designated by the governor to be accountable officers?
Yes, Your Honor. From the circular that we issued, there is no, from my understanding, Your Honor, there is no salary grade requirement with respect to designation of special disbursing officer by the head of agency, Your Honor.
So long as a bond is provided for it.
Yes, Your Honor, and they are, yes, Your Honor, there is a band provided by the concerned employees, Your Honor.
May I know if the 14 persons mentioned who availed of cash advances, you flagged them, right?
Yes, sir.
And may I know the reason why in your report they were flagged?
Basing from our report, Your Honor, um, there were, can I just read my recommendation, Your Honor, with respect to to the, the observation and findings that we had during our examination, Your Honor, if you will allow me, Your Honor.
Uh, can the governor of Cagayan appoint himself as the accountable officer?
Your Honor, and as a rule, no, because elected officials are to be granted cash advance only for official traveling expenses, Your Honor, based on our rules.
If he cannot designate himself in one of the checks, I think, if I remember it right, siya rin ang accountable officer.
Sir, may I know, sir, if you're referring to the checks that we transmitted to your to the
Yes.
committee, Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I please be provided with so that I can immediately check the documents, Your Honor, that I have with me, Your Honor.
I will. Did the governor of Cagayan also avail of a cash advance?
Your Honor, with respect to these transactions, question transactions, Your Honor, can I just verify, Your Honor, to be sure? Yes, Your Honor, with respect to the question transactions.
Please.
For the information of COA, just to remind you, you have submitted a document that was requested by this committee. You have submitted the document in which it states that by April 12, 2022, there is a cash advance made by Governor Mamba. Based on your report, submitted to this committee. Gusto mo ipakita namin?
I mentioned, Your Honor, that I think
I stand corrected, Your Honors. Hindi galing sa inyo, galing nakuha namin sa kay COA Central Office.
thank
So,
you.
wala kayong makita dyan. Pero, mayroon kaming nakita, submitted to us by the Central Office. Sa tanong ni Congressman Acop, Chairman Acop, with regards to the good governor being an appointive officer, at the same time, siya pa yung accountable officer, nangyari yon. Ayan, on the screen.
Your Honor, if I may respond, I think that is a confidential intelligence fund, Your Honor. Because
Is an order. Yung program na nakalagay.
usually, Your Honor, the confidential fund is in the peace and order plan of the.
So you're saying you don't have a copy because that is part of the intelligence fund?
Yes, Your Honor, they submit directly to the central office. We have a unit there in the central office that handles the audit of confidential intelligence funds, Your Honors.
You check your record because sa COA report nyo, plinag nyo nga yung peace and order budget during this time.
Yes, Your Honor, there was a disbursement coming from that fund because the fund is there were provisions there for assistance, Your Honor, and there were also provision an item there in that gives confidential intelligence fund, Your Honor.
So you confirm that you flag it?
With respect to the observation, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yes, Honor, yung that
Oh,
it was
confirm.
included. Yes, Honor.
Chairman Ako, please proceed.
My questions would be addressed to the provincial accountant kasi siya ang nakakaalam lahat nito yung mga nangyayari. Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, she is not present because of shall we say events beyond our control. So I rest, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman Akop. The next to interpolate is Representative Ruel Gonzaga. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My question will be addressed to the Vice Governor. Earlier, you were asked by Congressman Lara with regard to appropriation ordinance, whether or not this no barangay, no town, the Oplan Tunong, Dulong sa barangay, no town left behind. My question is, meron ba siyang appropriation ordinance?
Mr. Chair, Your Honors, about the 1,000, there was none, Your
What's
Honors.
1,000?
About the pandemic assistance that they gave during the campaign, Your Honors.
So the pandemic assistance comprises of the no barangay, no town,
Mm.
Oplan Tulong, as well as no town left behind.
It's a different program, Your Honor.
So what is not covered by appropriation ordinance?
The COVID assistance, Your Honor.
Assistance.
Yes, Your Honor.
But the NBLB, NTLB, and the Oplan Tulong had appropriation ordinance.
The no barangay left behind as well as the no town left behind, Your Honors.
And the Oplan Tulong, the pandemic assistance, had no appropriation ordinance.
I know, Your Honor, there was no such program for the Oplan Tulong.
Thank you. I will address my question to the PLO. I think the PLO is around. There was a question addressed to the provincial treasurer earlier, and she was asked by Congressman, the Chairman Barzaga, with regard to the TRO. When the provincial treasurer received the TRO, she did not refer the matter to the provincial governor. Instead, she referred the matter to you. Is that correct?
They did, Your Honor.
When the provincial treasurer asked your legal advice on the matter, did you tell the governor about the TRO?
With respect to the matter, there was a discussion between me and Attorney Charo, Your Honor.
Did you
The Chief of Staff?
discuss the matter with regard to TRO with your governor, or did you not?
I was not able to, Your Honor.
So you
Attorney, Tuka,
Mr.
please,
Chair.
ilapit mo konti yung mo,
Yes.
microphone para marinig ka.
Yes.
Thank you.
So you did not discuss the TRO with your governor. Instead, you gave advice to your provincial officer to release the money intended for the programs.
Well, there was a time when I discussed the matter with the governor.
You said earlier you did not, right?
Your Honor,
You said earlier you did not discuss the matter with your governor.
I was saying that I was not able to discuss the matter with the governor lengthily, but I was cut by a member.
Yes, and because of there was a person who stopped you, you were not able to discuss the TRO with your governor, right?
I discussed the TRO, but it was not at length, Your Honor. The one I discussed it with is Attorney Charo, the Chief of Staff of the Governor.
You were not able to personally discuss the matter, particularly the TRO with your governor.
I was able to, Your Honor, but not at length. Because we were just meeting, our discussion on the matter was just a few minutes few minutes at a time whenever, because it was during the campaign period and everyone was busy.
Up to what extent your discussion with your governor with regard to TRO?
I was able to discuss with him that there is a temporary restraining order issued on the no barangay left behind, the no town left behind, and the Oplan Tulong sa Barangay. And as earlier discussed with Attorney Charo, the no barangay left behind, there was no longer distribution on the no barangay left behind. The same is true with the no town left behind. And the Oplan Tulong sa Barangay is not a program of the provincial government of Cagayan, but it was just a slogan